Good morning, guys, and welcome back to the Packer Scrapper. We started out this morning and found a washer. Now we're just getting out on the streets. Looks like we got a razor and the old dishwasher. So I'll get that loaded on. Let's get going, see what we can find today, see what the good Lord puts in our path. All right, moving on. All right, now we got our chairs for the day. Let's see if they are aluminum. Let's see. Nope. That is one piece of aluminum. Alright, get her loaded up. Move. Alright. Microwave. Chairs and a lamp. Not bad. And we also stopped. Picked up 3 tires, chrome, stroller, and the refrigerator, which is stainless. So we'll get this loaded up and moving on. Yeah, I got the double stop. We'll take the table. Fans. Look at how they wrapped up. I'm gonna have to check them, even though it rained. I always use wood fans. Alright, moving on. Oh, we got a ceiling fan. Oh, and a couple motors too. Alright. 9400. And we took the tires and got the rims taken off. So that way we can turn them in. Alright, let's go get her unloaded. Alright, let's see if we can get her unloaded. see Jeff. Checking out at 8760. Gonna have to go home after Jeff tore my finger open again. Gotta go get a Band-Aid. One of the many things that happen during the day. Moving on. Doing good. Good for the wall, Kevin. Yeah, exactly. What did you throw in there, right? Clean. Gas money. Let's go get it. Moving on. All right, just dumped off 620 pounds of tin, 82 wheels aluminum. All right, we got $53.30 for it. So we made $33 because it cost me $20 to get them taken off. So still, it would have been 24. Yeah, made a little bit more taking them off. 22 clean aluminum, 26 irony heavy, 10 light, and 16 electric motors. 740, 50, 60, about 770 pounds, $120. All right, let's go see if we can do it again. Moving on. Guys, went home, cleaned up all the ceiling fans, cleaned up some other stuff, got it all tore down. So now we're going to start second round with the grill. And here at the Packer Scrapper, you got it, we like to grill us up some lakes. So go ahead and hit that like button, and if you haven't done it already, please consider subscribing. Moving on. Alright, this has potential for a picker. Let's see what we got. That's just books and stuff. Yeah, nice full of water. Oh, gone. Yeah, that's what's going to happen today. I'm going to find much pickers. Ah, we got one thing. Moving on. It just looks like something should be in here. What you got? Okay, that's going to work. What the heck is that? Not the best shape. Anything there? No. Alright, we'll throw this and moving on. Alright, grill number 2. I don't think she's stainless. Nope. On the inside. Nope. Alright. Let's get her loaded. Moving on. Now we find some ceiling fans, don't we? Whew, 2 big boys. Alright, let's get them loaded. Moving on. Now, let's see if this works. moving on. All right, looks like 8,500. So go see Jeff, get rid of a little bit more, and then we got to go pick up a riding lawnmower. What do we got? 148. All right, moving on. All right, we just dropped off 520 pounds of tin, 30 irony heavy, 111 electric motors, and 12 clean aluminum. So 550, 660, 670 pounds, $78. Now we're gonna go pick up a riding lawnmower. Moving on. All right, so let's go pick up a mower. Just gonna call it a day. A little bit of stuff to break down later. I'll get this bad boy on. All right, dropped off that riding lawnmower, 640 pounds. Whew. 4 pounds of clean aluminum, 2 electric motors. So 646 for $47. Not bad. And he's got a pool table he wants to give away. It's a nice looking table, but I can't use it, so I'm gonna see if any of the boys at the yard could use it. All right, moving on. All right, guys, it's what is it? 4:30? Yeah, 4:30. Son needed his truck back, so I guess we give it back to him. We got a good day in. We did 2,095 pounds. A little over $245. Kirby wanted to come in and say hi. Of course. What else? We got... Oh, the last thing I picked up was that riding lawnmower. That was 640 pounds itself. So that was good. Well, now I got them both in here. All right. Boys. Go play. Go play. I tell you. They're worse than kids. Sometimes. Oh, gotta have that attention. Also interrupted my train of thought, which isn't hard to do. What was we talking about? Oh, a couple things. Started looking for the vehicle, so hopefully I can find a truck here within the next week, so I can give everybody their vehicles back and I can get back to my own. Also started selling stuff on eBay. If you want to go on, look under Packer Scrapper. I've got a few things on there. I'm going to be adding some more. Matt turned me on to a couple things, so I tried them and actually sold one within a couple days. So we're going to start doing that a little bit more. See if we can't push some things out, plus the flea market, plus marketplace. We'll do them all and see if we just can't get something to turn around here. I think that's it for hump day. Tomorrow's Thursday, my local neighborhood, so hopefully we can pump out 1,000 quick. It is getting too hot to be out there in the afternoon. Middle afternoon, it's over 100 degrees it feels like, which was fine a year ago when I wanted to lose weight, but it tears me up right now. So we're going to start working early morning till about noon, and then maybe possibly go out that night. But we're going to slow her down a little bit, start working on selling stuff a little bit more, but I'll still pump out some volume. Guys, I appreciate you riding along. Till tomorrow. Moving on.